Well, welcome everyone to the last presentation.
It's Eli 3. Wait a minute.
Not quite. We call ourselves the Disruptors Anonymous, although we really aren't disrupting the process so much. We are really starting at the very beginning and looking at attracting new business. So we also did a little bit of interviewing, although we weren't quite so professional. We chased people around the bar in the lobby area. Yes, we almost got kicked out by management. But we did have fun, and we did get some real surprising answers. So again, we're trying to attract millennials at the beginning of the process when they're just, kind of considering a home. To the webs, where do they go? Where are they looking? And as they consider, we actually interviewed 7 groups, and the interesting thing was every single person we asked was interested in buying a home. They really wanted to buy a home, and they've actually thought about it. So that was very positive. So anyway, so then we really were asking them, what kind of sites do they go to? Do they use budgeting? Do they use tax returns? And pretty much they all do. What kind of sites could we partner with? So that's really the main drive of this, is strategic partnerships to drive in more business. So with that, we'll show a little bit.
I was wondering if after all these
Own a home. How about you?
I don't know.
You don't own a home? Have you ever thought about owning a home?
Yes.
Why?
I'm not ready yet financially.
Financially, so what are you waiting for? Time, make more money, save money. Now let me ask you another question. Do you use an app for budgeting?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Look at taxes.
An H&R Block or one of those for taxes?
Well, for taxes, like we have like Quick Tax, Tax Turbo, all those programs that I use for.
What made you buy it? Did you have an aha moment? What made you buy it?
Yeah, I guess you saw that. I was in a financial state that I was doing well. You guys want to buy a house?
Yes. Have you thought about buying a home?
Yes, recently.
You have. And what made you think about buying a home?
Investment.
Would you live in it? Or
Temporarily, yes.
temporary? Okay. So you've already had your thought about it. So have you planned, like in the near future, you think you'll buy one? Or are you waiting to
Possibly.
possibly looking? Are you in Miami?
Yes.
Right. Well, we work for Lennar Homes. They build new homes. But we do mortgages.
I love that guy. Yeah, well, yeah, we're doing it, right, honey? Yeah, we're doing it.
Smart man.
I think Jenny might have had a previous career as a sportscaster, a reporter.
Well, by the way, the reason why we almost got kicked out was because of me, because the one where you heard the 3 girls just say yes, the security guard was standing right behind me, and I don't know what he was thinking. But, well, kind of I really was standing behind me, and like, she's interviewing all these people. I interviewed 3 girls, and all of a sudden he's right behind me. So to start out, what I want to do is kind of set the stage, and then turn it over to Yanni. First off, our goals. We wanted to look at 3 things. Either we wanted to drive sales and velocity. We wanted to look at possibly looking at improving the back office efficiencies, and also looking at improving customer interface. The one we were really focused on was to drive sales and velocity, and to really think outside the box with that. So the first thing is our objective is fishing where fish are, engaging qualified leads sooner, and positioning homeownership opportunities with Lennar in a highly personalized, contextual way. The one thing is we're going to show you a video at the end of this that inspired us, that was actually presented to Lennar senior management team. And so while we were brainstorming this, Johnny kind of presented it to the team and kind of inspired us to kind of come up with the concept. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Johnny.
Sure. So, when we were thinking about I think I'm loud enough. Am I loud enough?
Yes.
Okay, good. When we were thinking about, how can we get more people to uamc.com? How can we get more, particularly first-time home buyers, to realize the financial benefits of home ownership? How can we educate them? We started thinking about different questions. I think one of the key things was enabling that collision between that aspiration of homeownership and actually seeing it as a concrete reality. And then we started thinking about, well, that's really all about, and can't really see it down here, but the statement is, how do we get people valuable insights that get them from kind of the dark of homeownership is an aspiration of mine and not something that I can attain right now. I don't have enough money and my credit is not good enough to, having that aha moment, whereas, I do have enough money. I don't have to put 20% down. I can start with 3.5 or 5%. Making that collision and that realization happen it's really one of the main ways that we can drive people to consider home ownership. So when we're thinking about, how do we help customers realize the financial benefits, I think it's our job to spark that initial aha moment of, wow, I can actually afford a home. I have what it takes, I have all the tools, I have all the knowledge. But at the same time, we know that a lot of first-time home buyers, having that first conversation about financials with a loan officer can be an intimidating thing. So we thought, volume, how can we tap into a ton of qualified leads that are already sharing financial information? And B, how can we get these qualified leads contextual, personalized recommendations that align homeownership with who they are, what their financial situation is, and what they can afford. So that's sort of what led to our strategic partnership ideas. And you'll see a few of those in the next couple of slides.
So what we wanted to do, and where are we going to go with this? So we wanted to say, let's partner up. If we're going to have strategic alliance, maybe we need to partner up with some companies that are out there and they're already in front of where the buyers are that don't know their buyers yet, and they have the opportunity. And there's all kinds of different apps and websites that we can partner with. And so we said, okay, let's look at this. If we start partnering on do a strategic alliance with like Personal Capital, which is similar to Mint, and then there are so many different apps. Credit Karma. I mean, there's so many. How many times have you seen a Credit Karma commercial? But do you know that they're in their resource tab at the top, it's not monetized by any mortgage company. That's an opportunity for us. We could be there, the one to be the educator. I mean, we could tell somebody based on, it keeps track of like how much they're spending, what their assets are, how much their bills are, their insurance, etc. And it takes all of that data and it can put out to them answers. Hey, you spent $15,000 in rent last year. Maybe you need to look at home ownership because it could have been a better play for you. Or we just saw your IRA account or your 401k account, you have X number of dollars. Maybe you could pull some of that. Or did you know that you could pull some of that out and put it towards home ownership or a down payment? So there's a lot of different partners that we can partner with.
Show of hands, does anyone here use Mint or Personal Capital or any kind of application for financial management? Okay. So I started, just to give you a quick kind of rundown on how Mint works. It has about 10 million users. Personal Capital has about 1 million users. Credit Karma, I think, hit their 15 million users
50
this
million
year.
users this year. 50 million users this year. Credit Karma.
Yeah, Credit Karma has done a lot, and then they've been around longer too. But the idea is so just to give you an idea of volume, and then when we're talking about contextual and personalized recommendations, I sync up all of my accounts through Mint, and I get an email that tells me, hey, you're paying 16.5 APR on this Capital One credit card that's not giving you any rewards. Here are 3 credit cards that will save you an average X amount a year on fees. And so obviously that is for me a very impactful recommendation. While those other credit cards paid for that placement, they use my personal financial data to provide a personalized recommendation that led to me getting that credit card because it had more rewards, less fees. So they're doing it really effectively with financial products. They're not doing it with mortgage products yet. And we thought, if we know what they're spending on, if they're telling us that they're doing, there's like a goal setting feature in a lot of these applications. so you can set up a goal for I'm saving for a home, but then there's no content or recommendations or advice that is coming your way, even after you've declared that you have that intent within the application. So we thought that was a great opportunity for us to position mortgage and homeownership financial education.
So a comment